Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs. So we've got this 21 Heritage Land Cruiser we just finished up at the shop. This one does have third row seats. I don't know if you can see them through the back there, but the third row seats add quite a bit of weight to the back of these trucks. So if you have the third row seat, you probably want to do our lift front and rear, or whoever's lift you're doing front and rear. If it does not have third row seat, you probably only need to lift the front of these trucks because they are about 1.5 inches higher without the third row seat in the back. So it makes a big difference. So whatever you decide to do, this one sits pretty level front to back. You can kind of see here, it has a really nice stance to it. We talk about stance all the time because it is something important. The way the truck looks, the way the truck sits, the appearance of it. We basically on this one, we did a 285/70/18 on the factory wheel with a 1-inch wheel spacer front rear to just get a little poke on it. And also that helps to free up a little bit of space in the fender for the turning radius on these. And I'll kind of share with you, we didn't have to do anything here in the back. Kind of see back down in here. Have to do anything there. Up in the front here, there is a little flap that hangs right here. It's got like a straight down, like a little splash guard. It's got 3 10mm screws in it. We took those out, removed that. Down under the front here, we installed, actually we didn't install, we removed. There is a little plate that goes in here, a filler plate in the back here. So when we push the liner forward and then repin it right here on the back, we're sliding the liner forward and then repinning it. So we're getting the maximum amount of clearance between the front splash guard here or the inner fender liner here and the tire at full steering lock. Now, the one thing I can tell you on these trucks is this bolt right here. If you run a larger tire, you get in the chance of hitting the edge of the tire here on that bolt. So we tell people to switch that bolt, flip it around, because then it doesn't stick out quite so far. Now this one, at full steering lock, it just is starting to rub the tire here on the back of the bar. But this is the best scenario, the best working. I mean, it literally just is touching it at full lock. So it's not something you even notice inside the car when the steering's turned on it, but it does rub it. Is it going to cause a problem? No, not at all. It's just one of those things that I'm just pointing out to you. I think running a tire on this truck and running a 285/70/18 with a 1-inch wheel spacer gives it the best offset, gives you the most room, and still yet looks pretty good. Now you can see here, just on the edge of the outside of the wheel well here, where they sit in 1 inch farther into the wheel well. So this does make it a lot nicer with that little bit of 1 inch. So if someone asked me, said, hey, I'm building out a Land Cruiser, I want to use my factory wheels, what do you suggest? I would say a 1-inch wheel spacer works the best, and this tire size works the best. And then obviously taking into consideration of having third row or not having third row and how you're going to set it up. Whether you use our lift or not, again, it's totally up to you. But this setup here works really, really well. We've done quite a few of them. I just wanted to share this one with you. Also, I'll share with you, this has got our 0-degree rock sliders on it in DOM TIG. And we talk about the quality and the fit and the finish. We have contoured the front of our rock sliders to match the lower molding here. And then the back tube matches the seam line underneath the whole truck. So you can see here, obviously he did the TIG welded ones because on the Land Cruiser, it's just a very high-end, nice, high-quality vehicle. And so he wanted to go with a high-end, nice quality rock slider. All of our rock sliders are very nice. This one is just our top tier rock slider in the DOM and the TIG with the top plates. And it's super clean. If you look here, we even matched down the back here the exact radius or the line off the back of the fender here on our rock slider. So everything matches up, has a nice clean line to it, front, rear on our rock sliders. We make a basket rack for this. We just had somebody drop off their Land Cruiser from Virginia, park it at our shop, take the keys with them, put them back in an envelope and send them and say, hey, whenever you guys have time, I need you to make a ladder for my Land Cruiser. was like, I'm trying to think when we're gonna have time for that. But they dropped it off, they want it done. I don't like to disappoint. So we are going to figure out how we're going to build this ladder. We've already started. We had done it with our Heritage that we had over a year and a half ago, and we never finished it because we sold the vehicle before we finished it. So it looks like we will have a ladder for the 200 series rear doors. It'll be a full length ladder that'll go on the back of these, and we are going to prototype it on this gentleman's truck that has been driven out from Virginia, jumped on a flight, flew home, let us know that his car was at our shop and that he wanted us to build a ladder for it at whatever it took. So we are going to do so, make him happy. Hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you like the way it sits. It's a great looking, clean vehicle. I kind of wish we were doing a basket rack on the top of it. Our basket rack looks really good with these wheels, but maybe this is something down the road we'll end up doing to this customer's car. So hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now.